It's Dr. John here. It's Monday memes time. And this meme, it's a nice meme. It's not offensive. Okay. Nice purple. Love purple. The path isn't a straight line. It's a spiral. You continually come back to things you thought you understood and see deeper truths. Okay. So I'll put it up in the post. The path isn't a straight line. It's a spiral. Is your path a straight line? Is it a spiral? Is it a cube? Is it a trapezoid? Is it a triangle? Is it a circle? I don't know. But as human becomings, we're always searching for meanings. Okay, we want to control things. We want to put things in a box. If something has a meaning, we can judge it. We can see where we are in relation to it. So the path isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. Is it? I don't know. Okay? You can call it whatever you want to call it. But it's the second part of this that I'm really interested in regards of you continually come back to things you thought you understood and see deeper truths. So there's an element of truth to that, in a sense of you keep coming back to certain things that you thought you understood and you see deeper truths. You might see deeper truths, but you need to feel them too. Okay? And so the journey, whether it be in a straight line or a spiral, and I get what they're saying about a spiral in regards of revisiting things that you may have encountered in the past. And so from a spiritual perspective, I get it. However, from an emotional, psychological, energy perspective, and there's a spiritual element in it as well, you have to want to make the choice to go in to learn from it. That's why I'm always talking about healing, learning and growing, those three really important limbs on your journey, whether it be a straight line or a spiral or whatever other description you want to give it. Because, you know, when you're going back into things for a reason. And more often than not, it's because you're triggered by something. Okay? Your trigger takes you back to a wounding or a trauma or a pain or a hurt. Okay? Sometimes it can take you back to a happy incident. All right? But I don't speak to people. People don't reach out to me and want to journey with me and be counselled and coached and mentored by me because we're focusing on everything that's great in their lives. Now, we do some of that, but 90% of it is helping people actually move forward from what's been holding them back, what those triggers are, because they haven't learnt, because they're too scared to move into the space. Okay, and so you continually come back to things you thought you understood and see deeper truths. I don't know if you do understand what's transpired. There's a reason why it's still sitting there, most of the time in your subconscious, by the way, and it's sitting there waiting to be triggered again and again and again and again, and you have the same response again and again and again. Now, there's deeper truths there to be had, that's true, but those deeper truths only come out when you gift yourself and you find the courage in your gut brain to make the choice to say, I need to do something about this. I need to speak with someone. I'm going to have a chat to Dr. John. I'm going to have a chat to this person, that person, or whoever it is that you feel safe with, to take you into those areas where you can find a deeper truth. But those deeper truths, more often than not, come with elements of healing and learning and growing, because knowledge is everything. Okay? And so when you choose to go in and to heal, you've got to find out what needs to be healed first. Okay, you just don't dive in there. There'll be a trigger. And I talk about breadcrumbs. So when you're triggered by something from your past, it's happened in your life that's impacted on you for the rest of your life. Okay, and so whether it's a straight line or a spiral, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable with, you can call it whatever you want. But there's an event or events that are sitting there that have had a cascading effect through your life that you need to confront. Now, whether you do, it's your choice. And don't forget that your subconscious is really powerful and your ego is really powerful because it's there to keep you safe. So it's going to build story around it to keep you away from it, okay? To catastrophize around it. You know, if you actually go back to that wounding or that trauma And I don't advocate living your life in the wounding or the trauma either. That's why it needs to be healed. And that's why you need to learn from it. And then you grow from it. And then you get understanding and deeper truths. Okay, that's why understanding and deeper truths, they emanate and come out of the healing, the learning and the growing. And so you still might be triggered by an event that happened decades ago, but if you've done the healing and the learning and the growing, your response to it is completely different, because your knowledge of the event and the emotions and the heat and the trauma and the pain and the anger and the fear and whatever else that's built in, that you've built in around it, has been dissipated. It's been lessened. Okay? There might be a wounding there. There might be a scar there, like physical wounds leave scars. Emotional wounds leave scars as well. And so you might be triggered by something, but if you've healed from it, you're going to experience it completely differently. And if you don't, it doesn't matter whether you're on a straight line or a spiral or a trapezoid or whatever you want to call it, you're going to have the same responses. And they're going to get more extreme as you go on. And you're going to start building story and narrative to be right. And you'll start living your life in a particular way to construct everything to dovetail, to funnel in, to create this world view that you've got, because you're conditioning yourself and programming yourself subconsciously. Because 90% of your thoughts and your actions are dictated to from in here. Your head brain and your subconscious is driving the bus. So it's about getting control back of that bus and choosing you. And that means hard work. Not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And it's not. Okay, some of your journeys back and your healing will be relatively straightforward and easy, and some will be really difficult. And that's where you find the courage. Okay, most people are terrified and they don't want that. They'll make excuses, always excuses. I understand, I get it. But there comes a point in your life where you know who you are and who you want to be. And you say, enough is enough, I'm stepping out of this. And grab it with both hands, because life is precious and we're not here forever. So with the time that we've got left, it's about living our best life, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones as well, and leaving the world in a better place than how we found it and how we've journeyed through it, leaving a beautiful legacy. Okay, and I want that for you. And that's part of the mission in the book, The Journey of 100 Hidden Hearts, in regards of millions of people connecting in with their heart space, living authentically, with integrity, with truth, with honesty, with trust and compassion. Okay? The world will be a completely different place, and you'll be a completely different human becoming if you were doing it too. So irrespective if your path is on a straight line or a spiral, or however you want to feel into it, take and make the choices to do something about the things that trigger you, that hold you back, that keep you small, because you know that they do. If you're listening to this and you're watching this and hearing what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying is true. Now's the time to step up, okay, and do something about it. And I really want that for you. I really do. So enjoy the rest of your Monday. Go in peace, stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye, folks.